my name is Taylor and I'm the owner of Mint by Lynn, which is a clothing and accessory shop on Etsy, so come check me out. So this time we are going to FlameCon in New York City. So this is an LGBT Comic-Con, so I'm hoping to meet some really cool people there. But yeah, this is going to be my second convention ever, so we're going to apply some things that we learned from the first convention to hopefully make this next one even better. So right now I'm just getting in the last remaining products for this. So there's some new stuff, but I also am trying to revamp the booth a little bit. I also have to sew some shirts and dye some stuff, which you can see all of that prep in my last studio vlog. But yeah, let's just get right into it. The heck? Alright, so it's getting to be that time again, and I want to redo my table setup. I have not opened this since the last convention. There's a lot that I need to go through. Alright, so this was the general idea of what I think we're gonna go for next time. So a few things that we learned is that we gotta have stuff out for people to touch. That is so important. So I'm probably gonna also take these keychains and stuff and lay them out in the open areas for people to pick up and such, and that way they have multiple places that they can see it. And then I'm having all of my shirts laid out here because I think it's just important for people to be able to touch it. So I put this guy up in front because that gets the most attention in terms of people wanting to feel this. And then, so up here, I really want to continue to have pictures of things because I know some things that I have are a little hard to envision for some people, like the Nightscape shirts. It's like, what the heck do I match with that? Like, that's crazy stuff, which I understand. And then I started playing around with like things that maybe we can hang the basket full of like cat toys and stuff, just to add like different levels of people being able to see things. Haven't decided if that's what we're gonna do, but I think it takes some things off the table and puts it up here. So if I have more cat toys, I can also just kind of keep building on. Alright, so FlameCon just notified us and said that the ballroom has like recessed lighting. So I did pick up these little guys and I want to see if they work. So without any of the lights on, it kind of looks like this. I think it does light up what it needs to. I don't know how well it looks, but then with the yellow light, it does, it still is weird with like the yellow versus white light, but who knows, maybe it'll be fine. Alright, just finished the new con setup, so I feel like it's a lot more open than it was last time. So this time I'm going to New York City and tabling with one of my friends, so I needed to pack light for this guy. So we took all of the things that we usually do, like having the bulletin board and everything that's over there, and just kind of deleted it and just started using the grids and putting it together that way. I think it looks pretty good, and I'm happy with it. We somehow managed to fit the whole booth and all the merch in just 2 big things. Alright, just got back from vacation, and I have the final box with the final products for FlameCon. Super stoked. You're playing me. It's like a million things of tape on here. Oh my god. So we have some refills of the turtle duck keychains. So, turtle duck refills. And then I have a new keychain that I wanted to try out and just kind of test the waters at. It's kind of pretty, actually. It's just like turtle duck, but like really cute. Alright, so I leave tomorrow for New York. I have so much to do, but it's all gonna get done. I promise. So I painted this black board to use as the background for my patches, but I just want to drill like 2 little holes in this, so it's like easy for me to attach up onto the thing without it being like super taped on. Okay, so I just had to finish up some bird shirts this morning as well, and then I have to go to work now. Haha, so now I have to come back and binge everything. I've decided that I probably need to work through my lunch break today, so she's coming to work with me. So I've been really nervous about getting sick before this convention because I've been to a concert, I went to Florida for family vacation, and now I'm going to a convention, so I feel like my immune system is about to crash. So, orange juice. My friend's mom, way back when, always forced us to drink our orange juice to avoid con flu when we were younger. So, here's to you, Mary Beth. Alright, so just got back, getting straight to work. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make and print out something for this. I don't have the best handwriting, so my board isn't really cute, and I kind of want to make it cute. So, I'm going to do that. And then I got a few more other things to pack. I didn't start packing it, so lots to do. I didn't have time to go super crazy on this, but I think this will do. Okay, so for this convention, I signed up for the Artist Alley scavenger hunt type thing. So basically you have a little task out and people have to find your booth and do the task, and then you give them a stamp and they have to collect the stamps from all the artists in the area. So I've been working on that for a little bit. I've created some stamps. I don't know if they're gonna let me use my own stamp, but I figured a bunch of other conventions do it anyway, so I did this, and I also did one based on my M. Beep. So I also did an M one as well. So my first one that I was thinking about was doing a quote-unquote like dream collector for like my dreamer collection. So we have this little like cat bear thing that I was gonna use, so I'm gonna print this out and I'm gonna put my own little post-it on here with my own drawing, maybe of my waifu or something. I'll make it fun so it's not like a weird dream collector thing. And then the other one for the second day, which I don't know if I'm even doing the second day yet, but I wanted to do a paint by number type thing where they come by and then they fill in each square. So this is just going to be like an empty grid when it starts. So I'm really excited for that, actually. So we'll see. But again, they didn't actually get back to me yet on whether or not I'm doing the second day. I did get a email being like, if you want it, it's yours. And like, I replied being like, yeah, but then I never got a reply back confirming whether or not I'm doing it. But I'm putting so much time into this little pixel guy of Chef that I hope it doesn't just go to waste. I mean, I'm sure I can use it at another convention that does this too, but like, I'm putting a lot of time into this. We'll see. It's finally done. It's finally done. I hate it here. It's finally done. Headed to the bus. So we made it to New York. We got our stamps. They didn't seal it! That's really funny. They actually did not seal this box at all. And this stuff was just thrown in. That's really cool. Okay. I mean, it looks good. On these. And there. Yeah. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, so finally made it to New York. It is the day before the convention, so we're just gonna hang out and chill. We're gonna go see the Ninja Turtles movie and then do some photo shoots for my collab with Kylie. Alright, so just started getting ready for the day. Super excited. So this is day 1 of FlameCon. So gotta finish getting ready and then we're gonna head out. I'm just at the Sheraton in Times Square, so we are going to be making our way towards there. And then we'll be there for about 12 hours today, because we're planning to leave around 8 and the artist alley ends at 8 p.m. tonight. So it's gonna be a little bit of a long day, but I think it's gonna be really fun. I decided to change into Venom today. Okay, so I've been here for a little bit. I've been setting up the table. They are letting me use the stamp for the scavenger hunt. Super exciting. The lighting is a little iffy, but we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be all good. Another thing is that we forgot to pack the Spider-Man patches. I feel it's gonna be okay. It is what it is. I have a single one from my bag that we're gonna put out, but we still have the stickers for it. And then if they really want one, I can always point them to the Etsy shop. Alright, we're all set up. Just finished up FlameCon day 1. We were just kind of shoving everything into the middle and putting some blankets up on top, but met some really cool people, met some cool artists, and we'll be back tomorrow. Alright, so let's wrap up day 1 of FlameCon. So today was great. I loved meeting so many of you and making some new friends, hopefully. So today we had 73 sales, which was pretty good. It's not quite as many as my last convention, but I also knew this was going to be a smaller convention. I will say I had more t-shirt sales, I think, than on a single day at Fan Expo, so that might kind of even out things a little bit. Similar sales in terms of like what was selling to the last convention. So today the best sellers were Bird Shirt and Mischief Tees, so classic. Everyone loves it. So scrunchies popped off at the last convention, but aren't doing as crazy at this one. But I forgot that at a queer convention, more people are going to look like me and not have hair. So I got myself on that one. But yeah, so a few things. So we didn't end up using the lights that we brought. The lighting was not good. Whoever had stands like behind them, like I did with my t-shirt wall, they always looked backlit and like really dark, but the lights looked worse, so so we just didn't do it. So that was day 1. Oh, I am obsessed with everyone's responses to our stamp rally on the first day. Some of them are so sweet, some of them are funny, and for those who were putting that they dream of things in the future, I hope they come true. To those who drew about silly dreams you've had while, you're sleeping, I hope you continue to have silly dreams. But no, these are so sweet, and I am going to be like cutting these up and putting them in a collage, and I'm gonna hang them up down here in my studio. Okay, let's start our final day at FlameCon. Using these guys because you didn't kind of just look like this, and it doesn't look good, right? No. We sold out of a few sizes and the volleyballs, which is super fun. So we have just a little bit of time left, so we'll see what happens in that time. And to end FlameCon, we're going to fill in the last 2 numbers of our color by number. Okay. Come it's such a weird angle. Wow, Chef is beautiful. It's been good, FlameCon. Alright, so FlameCon is complete. Just got back, had some good pork katsu, you know. But how did today go? Always love Sundays. So in the mornings, a lot of the artists on Sundays kind of walk around and we all chat and mingle, and I got to meet some pretty cool people. So I'm hoping we remain mutuals, and I hope to see them again at future cons. But yeah, so how did today go? I would say when leaving the con, I felt like the amount of people that were there was pretty steady compared to yesterday, which I felt a lot of people came between, like, I don't know, like 2 to 5-ish was pretty busy, but this one felt pretty busy throughout the whole day from 12 to 6. But then at the end of the day, it turns out I made the exact same number of sales as yesterday. So I was just short of my goal by like 6 sales or something. My goal was 150 sales since this was a 2-day con, whereas my last con, Fan Expo, was a 3-day con. But that's okay because I had a lot more t-shirt sales. I'll do a full overview in just a little bit. But I would say overall, everyone I met was super great. I would go back to this one. The only thing I didn't like was the lighting was really not great at this one. One of the artists actually said that it was better than it was last year, which is kind of concerning. But that would be my only thing. But no, it was great. Had a great time. Yeah, we'll see if I, timing wise, if I do it next year or not. So I just got home a few minutes ago, not too long ago, and I would say the weekend was a success. So I think it was pretty comparable to Fan Expo. So for this weekend, I only really had like 2
goals because I wasn't really sure what to expect since I've only been to Fan Expo before. I haven't been to this one, nor have I attended this one. So my sale goal for the weekend was 150 sales because this one was a 2-day, whereas Fan Expo was a 3-day. I was so close to meeting that goal. I had 146 sales total. Other goal I had was to sell out of at least one item from what I brought. Now, I'm not going to count this, but it technically counts. Julie had forgotten to put in the box the Spider-Man patches, so the only one I had to sell was the one that was in my Ida bag. And I did sell that, so technically I did sell out of that. I also sold out of my Haikyuu volleyballs for with the cat toys, so that's always really cool to see. Those were my fun project from that I did for Fan Expo, so I'm just gonna keep making them because people seem to really enjoy them. Since even though I only had 146 sales at this one compared to the 222 at Fan Expo, this one I sold a lot more t-shirts. So I sold 25 t-shirts here versus 16 there, and that kind of boosted the sales. That's why even though I have a lot less sales, the number that I'm walking away with is pretty similar, which is really interesting. Okay, I think my main issue at this convention was the lighting. I think at the end of the day, everyone kind of had bad lighting, so it didn't really matter all that much. But I had brought more natural lighting, but the lighting inside was more yellow, and I think the clash of that just looked really bad. If I had gotten yellow lights that I then had put up brighter, I think it would be different. I think it would have looked a lot better, but since I had brought white versus yellow, it clashed weird. It just didn't look right. This table I felt was a little bit more expensive than some of the other tables I have purchased. So this one is $321 total for to get an artist table. I don't know if it's a little bit pricier because it's in New York. I mean, Fan Expo Philly was $300, Baltimore is $300. So like that's a normal number to me that I see, and since I haven't been tabling for like any years prior, this is like what it is. But Baltimore and Fan Expo feel a lot bigger, and they also are 3 days versus this one being 2 days. So I do think the pricing of the table itself might be a little high. So something that was really interesting is that I was talking to people who had been at FlameCon in the past, and I was getting a lot of mixed reviews. So I was getting some people that, I would actually say most people were saying that it was a lot slower this year than it was last year. I mean, I don't have anything to compare it to, so I honestly have no idea. But apparently it's been a lot more popping in the past. So yeah, it's really interesting. Since I had only been, this is my second ever convention, so I honestly wasn't sure, okay, is this good for this convention? And what it sounded like was that I was doing pretty alright. In comparison, I'm not a print seller, so I feel like my trends might be a little bit different than theirs, just in general. But yeah, I mean, overall, I had a good time. I met some really cool people. I love Sundays of conventions. I love them because you come in the morning and it just feels like one big community, and everyone's chatting with each other. They're asking how they're doing, like sales was, and we're all just getting to, oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. We're all just getting to meet each other, and yeah, so right after this I do have some artists that I got to meet, and I did take a little pan of their booth, so definitely go check them out. They were super great. I I love supporting artists, and I think everyone deserves to be lifted up, and we all help each other. So come check out these really cool people. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be going to Baltimore ComicCon super soon, so I'll be doing another con vlog for that. So definitely come check me out. And I hope you come back around so we can hang out again, okay? Bye!